Alright guys, so I just want to go over this vehicle real quick. Had an intermittent no start, no power to the starter. So that was the first thing we went ahead and checked. We were checking if we had power to going to the starter because we get the turn of the key. Nothing. Sometimes it would start the vehicle, sometimes it wouldn't. So check power going to the starter, absolutely nothing. So that kind of rules out the starter. I did go ahead and put power to the starter, and it did fire the vehicle. So now that we know we're not getting signal from ECU, key, whatnot, we start working backwards. So I went ahead and just jumped to the ignition switch, just because the ignition switch can generally be pretty good failure point. So wanted to just rule that out before continuing on. So pulled these panels off, this foot kick panel as well, these two. So 3 8 mils and then 3 7 mils and then 3 5.5 mils, 5.5 here and 7 there. Pull these apart, take that off. You're going to go to the blue and white wire on the back of the ignition switch. You're going to check that for power. I was getting 12 volts, 11.5, so that's good. Moving on. Next thing you're going to be checking is this relay right here. This is going to be your starter relay. I believe it's this one. Could be this. Can't remember. But pretty positive it's this one. Going to be checking that relay. And let me see here real quick. Alright, yeah, so that is the starter relay. I just went ahead and verified. You're going to be checking for power and ground coming in here. On this side over here of the relay, so the furthest to the driver's side, I was getting 12 volts. The next one over is going to be the wire going to your starter, down to there. And then there's one up top, which is going to be your signal wire, and then one on the bottom, which is your signal wire as well. One of these is supposed to ground out, and one of them is supposed to have power. I was having an issue with that. I did swap resistors, or relays to see. Did not fix the issue, but I just wanted to verify that it was not a relay issue. That's when I started diving more into the wiring issue. So once I noticed I have an issue with that, I did jump the wire, so this positive over here to this starter wire, and when I jumped it, the vehicle fired right up. So that shows me that there's no issue with the wiring in this section, if you will, going to the starter. There's no issue with the ignition switch. There's no issue with the relay. We are having an issue with the relay powering on. So whether that be the ground or the power, we're definitely having an issue there. So following through the wiring diagram, checking everything. I did not have ground like I'm supposed to. I was getting 2 power wires, if you will. One of them you're supposed to have power when you fire the vehicle up. The other one is supposed to be ground. So went over here to this connector closest to the passenger side. Pin 7 is supposed to be power and then get switched to ground when you start the car. That was not happening for me. It was staying power. So what I did was because the customer doesn't want to buy ECU. ECUs are expensive, plus labor, all that stuff, programming. We're actually able to tap into that wire, run that yellow pin number 7 wire, it's yellow, to ground, and the vehicle fires right up every time now. So just to kind of show you real quick just how to bypass that, in case you guys are having the same issue. That way you don't have to buy an ECU. So hopefully that helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Hopefully this helps. Just kind of wanted to narrow it down, kind of show you guys what it ended up being. But yeah, it ended up being the ECU, and all I did was the yellow top pin number 7 wire. So there's like one wire over here, there's a yellow wire here, and then there's some more wires over here. It's going to be that pin number 7. You'll just count from this side that way. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. You'll tap that wire. You don't need to cut it or anything, just tap it. You can splice into it, you can do whatever you want, however to get to it, T-tap, whatnot, and you'll run a wire straight to ground, either on the battery, right over there. There's a couple different spots, one down there, and one here. So you can use any of those for that issue. That should take care of it. It looks like it happens on the Expeditions, some Ford trucks, stuff like that. So, all right, see you guys in the next one.